Okay, you're live. Good luck.
Yo, everybody. Good morning, good day, whatever time it is for you. Welcome to Dragon Quest Heroes. I'm playing this game right on PC. This is a spin-off game of the Dragon Quest series. From what I've understand, it merges several Dragon Quest characters into one game. I will be playing this game with New Game Plus. So just you're not confused that my characters will be level 99. Okay, so we will do the flying start from our menu here, and the timer will start when the first loading begins. First, we have to do a few settings here. We will pick Aurora because she is way more useful than Lucius. We'll adjust some settings here. No autosave. We'll play in English for this run. Controls are fine so far, so just a minute. Okay, alright. So the run will start when I say go. And it's when this loading is finished, go. Alright. So the first mission of the game, this is just the introduction. So we will get the introduction from Helix here.
Just to be sure. First, you should open the menu and
so we quickly open the menu and close it again. This is enough to trigger the first wave of enemies.
Monsters here already. Then we have little choice. We must fight our way through.
So it's just a few of these slimes here that we have to defeat. Yeah, we have to execute a few attacks here to advance the introduction, and then more slimes appear. We just slash 4 times and use the cold fission, and that will wipe out everything.
Let's do over spells and abilities next. Both use up magic points, or MP for short. That's blue bar in the bottom left of the screen. Go on, try oozing an ability.
Okay, and last wave of these slimes here. So we just slash 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just use cold fission. And now we advance to the next room.
That looks like the last of them. Come on, let's keep moving.
If you can't go through something, go over it. Try jumping.
So that's just these 3 mages here, and the rest is just text. We have to wait until the text advances.
Don't panic if you think a spell's going to hit you. Just dodge out of the way. And if an attack's coming from dead ahead, you can use your shield to block it instead.
The monster threat here has been suppressed. Onward to the throne room.
So now we can save a little bit of time But I rarely get it, because the triggers are quite big for this. So we get an introduction of treasure chests here in this room. If we get too close to this treasure chest, it will actually interrupt us. So we'll try to not hit the trigger for this. And it worked, okay.
That's the last of them.
Safe in about 3 seconds there.
A sizable force awaits us within the castle.
Yeah, so this game is about 3 hours.
I'm starting to get really worried about
And a
this
few
thing.
minutes.
We've got to hurry.
I decided to play it on New Game Plus because playing this on New Game would be incredibly boring for both the runner and the audience. It would just lengthen the fights by 20 times the time, so... It's the exact same game, but... So now we have to wipe out all the monsters here. We just use 5 cold fissions. Hopefully that will take care of everything. Sometimes the monster survives. Okay, it worked this time. So, one strategy that goes through the entire game to save some time is we want to pick up item drops. Every monster has a random chance of dropping an item when it's defeated. And if there's an item, or if there are items on the ground when the stage ends, the game will actually pick it up for us, but one at a time, so it wastes time for every item. So we try to pick them up by ourselves to save some time when the stages end. So this mission is already a little bit awkward. We have to save Helix here, which is no problem, although he was down half health already. But there are enemies coming in, but they're coming in very slowly, as you can see. So we try to stay away from them, to lure them in faster. So hopefully that worked. Yeah, that should work, okay. So if we approach them early, they will actually like stop in place, and like these skeletons have long animations where they take their heads off and try to throw it at us and stuff like that.
Losing was never an option.
And if you stay away from the entrance, then they will actually advance much more quickly. This is the first boss. And that was the first boss. It's not the end of the stage though, because we also get introduced to Tenjin here. After this dragon, we have to defeat a few monsters here. But the mission here is on a global timer, so we cannot really save time here. The only reason we're defeating these monsters is to pick up item drops. Like these. All these item drops would waste time at the end if they are still laying on the ground. So we try to pick them up, as many of them as we can. So I'm just waiting for dialogue now until Lucia says something about strategy. And now we just hide in this corner here.
There must be some strategy, some...
Wait for the next cutscene. And now Doric is introducing us to the Vimstone, which is basically the Tension. And now we can just charge up our Tension. It's also charging up by itself, so it's charging really quickly here. And we just use the attack and then the stage immediately ends. We don't even have to like direct this attack towards the monsters, they will all die anyways. And we still have a ton of item drops. This is just RNG, there's nothing we can do about this.
That's all that matters.
And now we have Tension, which is great. Because Tension is really powerful. I guess in Dragon Quest games in general, but in this game especially. So now we can equip Aurora finally. Equip the Falcon Blade, the Metal King Shield, the Metal King Orb, the Fishnet Stockings, and 2 Meteorite Bracers, which have been upped 3 times. Oh, we also, just for convenience, equipped the Dragon Quest 3 costume, just for you guys. And now we're advancing to the first real set of missions, which is Calibre. So just to, yeah, if you guys don't know this game, it's all about this Dragon Quest world where monsters and humans are living happily together in side by side.
That has to be it. Okay, let's look
But
around.
now an evil force has taken over the monsters, and the monsters are now attacking the humans, and we have to find out why that is. So this is the first area we have to clear from evil monsters. So in this mission we get introduced to Maw Keepers. We already saw the Maws in the Dragon stage, but now we actually have the Maw Keepers. It's a monster that protects the Maw, and the Maw will disappear when the monster is defeated.
We
So
must remain vigilant.
our goal is here to just defeat all the 3 Maw Keepers. And if you know where they spawn at the same times every time. So
There we go. That looks like the last of the Maw Keepers.
we're just picking up item drops again.
All that remains now is for us to mop up the remaining monsters.
And we don't even need to kill any more monsters, they will just start to flee now. And there was still an item drop from a slime or something.
Phew! We did it!
Unfortunate, but little we can do about this. Alright, on to the next mission. Now we get introduced to the first character, which is Ayla.
Let's teach them a lesson they won't.
Ayla is pretty much residing or like studying or whatever in this town here. She's developing all sort of useful or not so useful gadgets.
Nightmares, eh? Well, I guess we better start shutting them down. All right, let's get to work.
And again, we have to defeat the Maw Keepers here. And now we will try to save a few seconds again by charging up the tension here. While this dialogue's going on, there's a mob of monsters outside of the village.
Exactly where one of my favorite inventions is pointed. Come on, I'll show you how it works.
We'll try to charge up tension almost completely.
Here she is, the spellcaster. Isn't she beautiful? Why don't you hop on and give her a try?
These strange devices scattered around the town. These are your inventions, I take it.
Okay, so we defeated all of them.
They're amazing, aren't they? What do they all do?
And now we will charge up tension. This will save us a few seconds in the next stage,
Phew! We did it!
because we will get introduced how to use the tension, and there are 2 sets of introduction screens that will interrupt the game. And by executing it when the stage has already ended, we skipped one of them. So it should not pop up in the next time we charge up tension. Now we get introduced to Yggdrasil leaves, which will bring characters back to life when they get defeated, which should not happen in a New Game Plus run, but I will not say anything, this is a marathon.
Works once with your approval, Your Majesty. I hope it'll make our lives a little easier.
So very easy stage again here, just defeat all of these small keepers. Actually all of the monsters. Alright.
All in a day's work!
Yeah, I was level 99 before the run even started. That's how good I am at this game. Nah. Now, running this game on New Game would be tedious as hell. There's like no difference in the routes or anything. It's just... It would just be like the fights would be 20 times longer and... We have actually some neat time save potential later in the run by having overpowered characters. So again, we just collect all these gold nuggets here. Gold nuggets are guaranteed item drops from the Maw Keepers. And now we just head back. I will just defeat the slime real quick here. Whatever. And this is where the next Maw Keeper will spawn. If you defeat these Maw Keepers before this
More monsters! I'm starting to get a bit tired of this.
before this icon on the minimap is starting to spin red,
I fear we may not be able to keep up.
then no monsters will spawn out of it. And if we defeat this Maw Keeper, we'll actually skip the spawn of another Maw Keeper, so it saves quite a bit of time. And the stage will just end instead of spawning another Maw Keeper. And this will happen a few more times, a few more times in the run. So So now we are already at the last mission of Calibre, which is the boss fight. Every section ends with a boss fight. First we have to defeat all of those monsters here. Then this gate will open, leading to another mob of monsters. And then we can stay here, charging up our tension.
Does it seem almost too still?
Come, Gigantes, fat oaf, I shall pummel and pound.
Sarabna, please to fall back. You are placing yourself into grave peril.
I knocked me away, that's unfortunate.
Told, eh? Our poor friend looks like he's about to have a heart attack.
Here we go!
Now we are tension mode.
Real life warrior. How romantic is that? But we better not let us steal the show. Oi, Gigantes! Come here and get pummeled!
I fear this Elena may be something of a bad influence.
So this fight would be much longer if we didn't have level 99 characters. We'd actually need to use the spellcasters, a couple of spellcasters here on the stage that we would need to shoot at the Cyclops eye, and it would be much longer. So here we can just pummel him down. So now we get Isla in our party, and we also take flight in this with the Stone Cloud, which is this airship here. We have to talk to 4 people to advance story triggers.
Some post came for you. See you later.
We read the letter from the raw recruit, and that will be enough to make the next mission available. And this is the mission why we put the fishnet stockings on, because this is the one of the 2 stages in the game with quicksand, which would slow us down in our movements.
If only we had some form of footwear that allowed us to move freely through the sands.
So it makes this mission much faster.
You know, that's not a bad idea. I'll have to mull that one over when I have a spare moment.
So the reason why we pick Aurora instead of Lucius is because Aurora
Institute of Ingenuity.
has these ice attacks, and she can actually freeze enemies with that. And this will come in handy later with some of the enemies.
Of course. Flying monsters simply glide over the sinking sand without any ill effect.
Another thing we want to avoid is picking up monster medals, because every time we pick up one of these monster medals that we didn't pick up before in the same file, then the game will be interrupted. We would have to mash through a couple of screens that will tell us what this monster medal actually does. But if we pick up monster medals after we hear the victory chime, then the game will not be interrupted. So I also try to pick up as many of these monster medals as possible, if I have the option. Yeah, I have to say I'm not even sure if the fire attacks of Lucia's are actually stronger and dealing more damage. Even if they do, like for this run, it would not matter. Because right now Aurora is the character that we use for fighting. But later in the run, that will change. Later in the run, we will only use her to move faster, because she will be the character with the meteorite bracers.
Ah, this arid wind, this searing sunshine takes me back to my tournamenting days.
Okay, and so I actually need to defeat some of these. Need to defeat some of these zombies there. Because this stage is one of the stages which have a monster threshold for flee. Like we have to defeat a certain amount of monsters to make them flee. Okay, so we hit it, so they're starting to flee now. Picking up items again. But we still, there's still like, how many are these? 11 more.
Losing was never an option.
But some stages are just known for having a ton of item drops, so it has to be expected. Probably because Kirill is kind of goofy. So this is the first leaf protection mission. There are a couple of monster spawns, Maw-keepers, and there is one of the Yggdrasil roots. And the monsters are straight heading to the root, and they cannot. They try to defeat the root, and we have to not make that happen.
I must to guard your personage from potent fiends.
Come, Kiro. You must cease to worry like old men and commence to enjoy smashing
Damn it.
things.
I actually need to defeat this guy over there, otherwise the mission would not end it.
But she's not going to outdo me. Let's do this. Show no mercy.
Because I think there cannot be monsters.
Don't go getting hurt now, will you? Sometimes you need to
There cannot be powerful monsters in the in this area around the leaf. So if there are monsters which are considered to be powerful, which is indicated by these big red dots on the minimap, I think if there are big red dots in the
Some hangers on to mop up and we're done.
in the radius, then the mission cannot end.
That may be so, but we must not drop our guard.
So hopefully that is enough. So it tells me that a great saber cat has appeared, but it hasn't. Because we defeated the Maw-keeper too quickly. Okay, so the worst mission that gives me worries is over. Because I'm never sure if I defeated enough monsters to make them flee. That's why I'm always a little bit worried. Yeah, if you are a big fan of RNG, then you can actually take Kirill in your party and try to defeat the big enemies with his death spell. I forgot how the spell is called. So for this, we try to stun all of these enemies with the Kazap spell.
I don't need your help to not understand.
Well, that's not very nice, is it? We're trying to help you.
Okay. That was the next boss fight, the boss fight of Colisea. Now we get the best, most overpowered character in this game in our party, which is Terry.
And what can I do for you?
We'll exchange Doric for Terry here.
Don't be a stranger.
I will equip him with the Thunderbolt Blade, the Ogre Shields, the Metal King Orb, the Raging Ruby, the Dogged Collar, and the Mighty Armlet. Now we'll read the letter from the mayor, which makes the next mission available. I will have to talk to Ayla too. Almost forgot that. Now we head on to the next area, which is Sylvia, which is the home of the elves. And as in the other areas, monsters have overrun this area. We have to protect the people and their properties. So there are a couple of hammerhoods here, but we'll actually not defeat them yet. We'll try to get rid of these knights first. The reason is we want to defeat them right now, thank you. So we can insta-gib this guy. So it tells us that a Maw has spawned with these flying enemies, but it hasn't. And if we defeat this Maw Keeper quickly as well, then we'll actually also... Yeah, nice. That was like a perfect stage.
One last push, everyone. We can do this.
So we also skipped the spawn of a killing machine.
Phew! We did it.
That was actually a very nice stage. I actually forgot to re-equip something on Aurora. I will quickly do that. Third Meteorite Bracer. The last one of them plus 3s. So next mission is Gruesome Gate Crushers. This is another protection mission of a gate that leads to the Sylvia village. This is another mission with a monster threshold. And it's a total of 10 monsters that we can leave alive. So it's a metal slime. Metal slimes are incredibly awful in this game because they just delay the mission, nothing else. They can delay missions where you have to protect. So we killed every single monster? How did that work? Okay. I didn't expect that. I know we didn't defeat everything because there's this metal slime still going around. Well, it doesn't matter too much.
To be the last of the monsters cleared from the village entrance.
we must.
We also get a ton of items here. Little we can do about this, but it's not too bad. What takes longer to resolve? In the end, the Kazab needs longer, but like the Kazab, you can also do a normal zap or the second type of spell. I forgot about it. I only know like zap and Kazab, but there's another one in between. If you only use zap, this is faster than Cold Fission. Oh yeah, that Cold Fission. So now we get introduced to our next two characters, Jessica and Yangus. We can choose what path to take here. I always choose Yangus's path because it's a little bit easier to follow.
This place is swarming with bleeding monsters. I could do with an hand. Get stuck in. With pleasure. Together we shall ensure the safety of the village.
And now again, we have to just defeat the monsters here. These chimeras are very annoying too because they have a high dodge rate. They can't even dodge my whole tornado attack, so I also try to dodge the monster. Oh, there's still one remaining, see? Try to dodge the monster medals here. Because these are completely useless.
What kind of bandit would I be if I didn't help those who are in need, eh?
Your axe has great capacity for destruction. Perhaps I might attempt such a weapon.
So now the monsters are defeated and we wait for the text to advance, and in the meantime we just collect item drops.
Well, that's charming, isn't it? So it's only ruffians like me that would use them, is it?
Yeah, that should be good. No monster medals, please.
No, you misunderstand. No.
Wonder how Jessica's getting on. I can't help worrying about her. Off on her own like that.
So this is where the last Mockkeeper will spawn, or the only Mockkeeper will spawn.
Alright, you lot, one last push. Don't let them kick.
Yeah, for all the fans of Jessica and Yangus, I have to disappoint you. We will not make use of them in this run. Sadly, they have nothing to offer for the New Game Plus run. Yangus is actually very useful in a New Game run, I think, because he has his axe attack, which lowers the defense of enemies. So that is very useful. So this is a very annoying boss fight here. It's a troll boss and the Cosmic Chimera. And the Cosmic Chimera is like an RNG fest. Right now it's completely invincible, and now we hope that the shield will actually disappear with this cutscene. Sometimes that happens for some reason. Not this time. I have to wait for this charging attack here, then the shield will actually disappear, and it's barely survived with like 1 HP. Yeah, again, there's little I can do, and now we have to wait until he's doing his charge attack again, which can like You see yourself, it's just hopping around and doing nothing. And we cannot hit it. Oh, there it is.
Once a thief, always a thief, eh?
Yep, I had the ham splitter, yeah. That's what I meant. Extremely annoying boss fight. I was unable to find a consistent strat yet. Because we also cannot go for the Cosmic Chimera first. Because she will start the fight with her shield up, basically. I think we forgot to talk to Doric. Is that the case? Yeah. Someday I will learn when to speak to Doric. So next set of missions is Granite. Well, we get introduced to our next two characters, which are Bianca and Nera. And Bianca will be our main character for the rest of the game. Because she has a few very remarkable abilities. So as you can see, like Terry just plows through big single enemies. Oh, we cannot collect it in time. Doesn't matter too much.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, this run hopefully will only last about 3 hours and a few minutes. I decided to make a big estimate time because a few mistakes can actually lead to a big time loss, especially in the last few missions. But I think we are a little bit behind schedule anyways, so should not be too bad if I finish too earlier than estimate. So this is the next Leaf mission. Okay, this guy is a little bit off the jerk here. Now I'm taking control over Terry because he doesn't care if these guys have their shields up. Because he is wearing the docked collar item. I will make one cold fish in here because it's faster than Terry's attacks. The dogged collar ignores enemy blocks. Now we'll defeat this golem really quick. Okay, now I picked up one of these savior medals by accident. I'm constantly switching between Terry and Aurora, basically. Because Terry is not too good at defeating mobs of monsters. Okay, so the monsters are not fleeing yet. It's probably, yeah, no. Okay, now they start fleeing.
All in a day's work.
Dragon Quest Heroes is kind of a spin-off game of the Dragon Quest series. It's basically like a monster masher with characters from all different kinds of Dragon Quest games merged together. Like, the story is that all these characters are actually coming from different worlds. Or from different dimensions or whatever, and they all meet together here to defeat the evil force that has taken over this world.
Alright, let's get rid of these monsters and find that foreman.
Thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you for doing this.
Do not mention it, my
Okay,
All
so
in a day's work for the king.
defeat the troll next. We'll actually take the troll monster medal.
Drive back the monsters and seek out the missing dwarves.
God damn it. Another monster medal that I didn't want. We'll pick up this monster medal here. Because this troll medal is actually very useful. So story-wise, at this point we have to defeat the foreman's daughter of this world. Hey! Don't run away, please. And I will also pick up the Great Sabercat medal. It's just for convenience. Just for safety, because this girl Beryl is really bad at defending herself. And she can actually get roasted by all of these green imps here. So we will put the Sabercat there just for safety. Okay, so now the Mockkeepers will start spawning. And we will try to defeat them as quick as we can. The next ones will spawn at the left side, over there.
I got around it to you two. You're an old lot calmer than I'd be if I was you. I nearly had a bleeding heart attack when I showed up in this world all of a sudden.
Well, all right then.
You're joking, aren't you? We had the fight of our lives. If it didn't seem it, it's probably because... Well, so much has been going on recently that I think we've become rather used to sudden surprises.
Falcon slash. Just slash.
Got it. Cold vision. You asked for it.
Okay, next one should spawn over there. So we use this medal, this monster medal here to instantly take out the Mockkeeper.
Here we go.
Now we will activate our Tension. pick up the other troll medal as well. And use it right here.
Hacksaurus, huh? These guys can be quite a handful.
Boy, this must be a potent opponent indeed to induce one such as Terry to quake.
And we will exchange over to Terry before she can use
You're the only one quaking, tough guy. I eat chumps
her
like
tension
this for
attack
breakfast.
because this is just a time waster here. And I have no idea what my saber-tooth cat is doing there. It should be at Barrel's place. I've never seen that before. That it's running around crazy like that.
Got it.
The monsters are not fleeing because there's still a monster near Barrel. Which I tried to avoid by putting the saber cat there. But it was not a good it was not a good kitty in this fight.
Losing was never an option.
That was a bit unfortunate, but not too bad. So the next mission is looking for love. This is the second barrel protection mission, which can be a little bit more annoying, but it's actually a pretty easy strat we can execute here. The only thing I hope we don't encounter is the metal slime, because the metal slimes are not even attacking her, but she's afraid of the metal slimes anyways, because it's an enemy,
My latest invention. I just
and she will not advance forward.
inside the eyes and
And these metal slimes are also a pain to kill because they have a high, very high evasion rate. So we'll pick another troll medal here.
Dad! Dad, are you there? He's not here. Come on, let's look somewhere else.
So 3 more keepers will spawn now, which we have to take out. First one we will take out with a Kazap. Second one we will take out normally with Cold Fission. Or with regular attacks. I think regular attacks are better. And the other Mock Keeper will kill from a distance with this Troll Medal.
Don't let me down.
I thought it missed, but it didn't. So there are 2 types of monster medals in this game. There are sentry medals and
I hadn't thought of that.
helping medals or aid medals. I don't even know what exactly they are called, but the sentry medals you can place, like the saber-tooth cat was a sentry because it stays on the map and attacks enemies. Sometimes, sometimes not. You just saw it in the last mission. Sometimes they can also just randomly run around. They're supposed to attack enemies though.
You two came here from the same town, right?
And the 8 medals, they actually disappear after you use them. And they just do some sort of attack, or they heal up your MP or your HP or whatever. Every medal has its own abilities.
Only a few days, in fact.
but what you enjoy is so much fun. I am certain you are chance of protected standing.
So now we have to wait for a lot of dialogue here.
I got close to being since the very first moment we met.
While we're looking at this badass Terry.
There's a certain person she's very close to indeed, isn't there?
You are? Well, I suppose
We just use Terry to defeat this Hexaurus here.
Are we done already?
He's not here. Come on, let's look somewhere else.
Okay, no metal slime spawn, this is good. Otherwise, like, Beryl has to move forward all the time to open these doors and stuff. Like, but if there's a metal slime nearby, she just stops in place until it's defeated. It's dumb. I guess that's completely random when it spawns. You don't even have to follow her. She just has to reach the middle of the room there, and the Mawkeeper will spawn here in front of the door.
Come on, let's look somewhere else.
Falcon slash! Gust slash!
Oh, okay, she is still not dead. Please. Wow. Okay, so now we will execute a certain strat
Somewhere.
that skips a big fight in this room.
Lost? In their own town? Don't be blooming with yeah. Maybe. Eh?
So we'll wait until Beryl approaches this door.
Dad, are you there?
Now we will just run forward, skip all these trolls here, and use the tension attack on these two Mawkeepers. Which will take them out instantly.
All in one place? Suits me.
And all of these big ass trolls here will just run away now.
Off you go.
I accidentally picked up this monster medal. Usually I just skip that.
All in a day's work.
Okay, so now I have to talk to Doric for the story advance. And now we have to face the next boss fight, which is a living statue. So it's Terry's turn.
Falcon slash! Gust slash! A silent ambush from the rear. A shrewd strategy indeed.
Now's not the time to be complimenting its tactics. You two, get to safety.
I just take them out, take him out as quickly as we can. And that was the last Granite mission, which means we get the next party members in our party.
What? And what can I do for you?
And we take out Lucius out of a party because he will be gone anyway soon. And we equip her with the Great Bow, the Metal King Orb, the Raging Ruby, and 2 Meteorite Bracers. To talk to Doric, and afterwards talk to Alena. And now the Bianca fun begins. So Reign of Pain is just, well, see for yourself.
Such prodigious numbers, and their sailors both from above and below.
Whatever the number, we have to hurry. We must reach Yggdrasil's crown before it is too late.
Rain of pain. Rain of pain. Rain of pain.
Perhaps Cyclops will swifthen our journeys.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous how good she is in this run.
I beg, sir, if you comprehend my great terror of high places, do not taunt me so.
Baby Kirill.
Quiver so, poor baby Kirill. I shall hold your hand.
And there's the first king slime of this game.
Also makes it rather hard to see the blooming monsters. Don't get ambushed, you lot. Rain of pain.
Cool, blimey! They're on the branches, they're in the skies, bleeding everywhere. I can't keep up with this.
The crime is still a way away. We can't let them get the better of us just yet.
So this stage introduces gargoyles as Maw-keepers. Oops. Not too bad.
Such prodigious numbers, and their sailors both from above and below.
So again, the game will tell us that Silver Pithecus has spawned, but it actually hasn't.
Told you I'd have him.
Yeah, you better get used to the Reign of Pain, because you will hear it a lot more often now. I think the level of the party members that join me is based on the level of my other party members, if I remember correctly. I cannot tell you for sure, because it's been a long time since I played this game from level 1 on. Okay, so now we will also take one of these troll medals here. It's for later. Now we will just defeat the monsters with some Rain of Pains. This monkey is toast already. So there's just a couple of Maw-keepers here. But the reason why we picked up the troll medal is for the very last Maw-keeper, which will spawn a Hell Gladiator. Who is not hard to defeat here, but we can just skip him spawning entirely. But for this we will need to defeat this last Maw-keeper very, very quickly, like within 2 seconds or so.
Great oak tree to a poplar.
What's that you say? Something about you being a bleeding great oaf with no imagination?
And the troll will instantly take him out. Also, if we attack him normally, he has a very high dodge rate. So if he dodges an attack, he will just live and spawn the Hell Gladiator.
That's the way to do it.
But the troll cannot miss. Unless you misplace him. Which can happen, but... So that was Showdown in the Crown. Which means now we have the next boss fight. Which is a Grim Golem. It's just a more evil version of a Stone Golem. I will just take him out, but this is only half the fight. Because he will now revive himself into a version that cannot be defeated by regular attacks.
It is as they say, the most toughest bow requires
So the goal is to swoop him off the edge over there. So I'm gonna activate Tension. And instantly use the Tension attack to stun him. And then we use 3 attacks to swoop him over the edge.
Itching for another round, huh? Don't mind if I do.
We have beaten him into submission. Now is our chance.
So this is not the fastest strat. You can actually just skip the Tension attack, which is obviously wasting a lot of time. But I have not found a consistent setup yet to do it. Like when you miss the correct position when he is stunned, like when he's not at the edge, then you waste like 30 seconds at least. So what happened now in the story is that Lucius got captured by the evil villain of this game.
Don't worry, I ain't about to let you down.
And now we have to save him.
Alright?
And to do so, we have to acquire an item called the Crown of Light. But we actually have no idea where it is, and now we have to climb this tower here to ask some kind of goddess where the crown is. Oops.
We want to destroy the oracle before we can reach it. We can't let him have his way.
Oops. Another medal.
Right then.
To defeat this 2 Hexors. Yeah, Reign of Pain is really powerful.
Are we done already?
I mean, in the regular playthrough, it also costs quite some MP. So you cannot just spam it like I do in the New Game Plus. But also, I have an item equipped called Raging Ruby, which lowers the base damage of my attacks, but it increases the crit rate. And one of the abilities that you can learn with each character is also now one of those. Her biggest abilities is to shoot through walls. So walls do not exist for her arrows. We will make use of that too in some stages. So there's still some monsters here, I suppose. And the Morgue Keeper, yeah. That should be everything then. Ah, come on, hit already. Hit already. Okay.
Alright, that's that little lot sent packing. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, this game is pretty cool. I gotta say, I haven't really played much other games of the series. I think I've only played the Dragon Quest game for Game Boy Color. But that was like 20 years ago. So this mission, the Elevating Experience, this is unfortunately a Resident Sleeper mission, so...
Let's teach them a lesson they won't forget.
So now we have the goddess statue here, which we have to protect. And we have to wait until this very slow elevator takes us to the very top. And we have to wipe out a total of 5 waves of monsters. But there's nothing we can do to speed it up, so... This is most likely an auto-scroller. Which will last about 10 minutes.
We seem to have stopped. Could we have reached the top floor already?
So again, now we will just shoot through this wall, which will hit all the enemies that are coming out of this. I should play 11? Yeah, I guess. I heard 11 is pretty good. It's for Switch, right? Yeah, I really want to play another Dragon Quest game. I only played this Game Boy Color game and Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Which I'll probably try to prepare for maybe next year's marathon. So you can just see by the mini-map. Yeah, so this enemy there is a Hexaurus, so it takes a little bit longer to defeat. I'm German, yes. Now the music can be a little bit repetitive in this game, but for most part it's pretty good. I think, at least.
The monsters have made it up this far already. But how?
Also, yeah, Bianca is wearing the Raging Ruby, which lowers her base damage, but increases her crit chance. And every character has like a ability that you can learn, which will restore some MP when you crit an enemy. So that's why she basically never runs out of mana here. Because the Rain of Pain is actually pretty expensive with 12 MP. So you cannot just spam it like crazy without this equipment. We'll actually run out of MP at some point. So that was wave number 3. No, she doesn't care about walls, not at all. It's funny because this is like the only ability that's not caring about the walls. Like if you try to use a tension attack through a wall, it's most of the time doesn't work. So now we will actually have to defeat an Hell Gladiator, which will be Terry's part here. Ow. So the most important part is to make the elevator move again, which is again based on the monster threshold. Oops. That was not my intention, but okay. I can actually like initiate a little fight here. So what is this? Halitosis. Greetings. Yeah, they give random names to the enemies when you acquire them. Now we will activate her attention here, because she will deal a little bit more damage. But we will not see her animation. Okay, so now we have elevators moving again. Oh, we have another one. Cool. So what is this one called? Grinderman. Grinderman, whatever. Okay, so now we just collect all of the item drops. Nope, no item drops there, no item drops there. Now we switch to Aurora, who has still her full tension bar up. Yep, you have no MP cost, that's right, I forgot to mention that.
Grind to a halt? How much more
No
must
MP
I
cost, you
endure?
deal a lot more damage and you're completely invulnerable to any kind of damage or crowd control.
Looks like this is our stop. Nice work, everyone.
So when Youngus starts talking, I activate my tension. Because you also move a lot faster while tension is running. To reach this point a little bit faster.
Ha! All in a day's work.
This is right. This is the ultimate adrenaline rush. That makes you feel no pain no more. So our next boss fight coming up. This is actually a really annoying boss fight. Introduces us to the Marquis de Leon. He can do all kinds of nasty attacks like this charge. He's actually very nice to me.
You must to tame your ill-advised ambition. This foe is
Yeah, that was not too bad. Okay, that was actually a very good boss fight. Like, he can also leap away like 50 yards into the background. And then also initiate ice attacks and all kinds of nasty stuff. But he didn't do that, which is good.
How about somebody gives me a real challenge?
I already like scoped out a little bit of Dragon Quest Heroes 2 for speedrunning, but this game is like this game is like 6 hours at least, 5 or 6 hours, even with New Game Plus. While still being unrouted, I gotta say, maybe there is some way to save a lot of time, but. Since that game is pretty much open world and you have to run around a lot, while this game, the first game, is mission based. So you just start a mission and get thrown into. Okay.
That's not all. If we want to get that gate open again, we'll need to protect the statue too.
So now we again have to defend the statue goddess again by taking out all these smoke keepers. They are on a global timer at this point, so I don't know exactly when they spawn, like at 120 or something. So in the meantime, we can just charge up our tension again. Unfortunately, this is a feature that they took out in the second game. You cannot charge up tension anymore by just holding a button. See you later. Okay. Next one, I think is there. It's hard for me to remember all of these spawns in order. Okay. Now we activate tension again to get over here a little bit more quickly. That was unfortunate. I could have taken him out in one shot. But that's pretty much not controllable, unfortunately. Because it depends on crits. On getting critical hits. But it's not too bad.
That was nothing.
So now we get introduced to the next character. Which is... Surprise, surprise. Maya.
Don't worry, I ain't about to let you down.
Damn it. Next is upright. So I have 4 more keeper spawn locations. It's all on these edges here.
Now I consider about it, I have observed none. I fear perhaps no. Oh, just my luck. Whatever will I do for fun? Rain of pain. Rain of pain.
Something about Maya that half remind me of you, Jessica.
Rain of pain.
You're both double-handed with spells and stubborn as goats.
Rain of pain.
I think you mean we're both drop dead gorgeous. I pity the man who'd have to choose between us.
Don't be silly. My hips win every dime. One wiggle of these bad boys is enough to turn any boy bad. Rain of pain.
Okay, unfortunately, I will not charge up my tension in time, so I have to hope I kill these last 2 down there. That's not the last 2; it's the last 3 now, actually.
Rain of pain. Rain of
Okay, that was good. I skipped one of the final spawns. I'll actually finish charging up Tension because it's still faster.
Just this last little flounder, and we can get out of this damn old dungeon. That was a bit close.
Actually, no, that was not close, but okay.
Well, I wasn't about to give up. I've got a wedding to go to.
So we skipped one of the archdemon spawns there.
No slacking there. Ring of pain. Ring of pain. Ring of pain. Ring of pain. So, Your Majesty.
Doesn't matter, we'll just leave him there. Can kill him later.
Must have oodles of treasure, no?
Why, indeed I do, my dear. Treasures verily uncountable in their vast multitudes.
I knew it. And where there are treasures, there are rewards. Oh, joy!
Yea, the people of this world are my riches. Precious, irreplaceable jewels, every last one.
Oh, what to buy first? No, wait. I'll start by doubling my earnings at the casino.
The most valuable thing will be her face when she finds out his treasure ain't treasure at all.
Ring of pain.
This guy's actually pummeling the statue here. This is not nice.
Hold on just one moment. I didn't sign up for this. There are thousands of them. At times like these, I guess there's only one thing for it.
So again, if we can shoot through these walls here to reach this Moorkeeper.
Oh, go on then. Getting down and dirty is what I do best after all.
So now we actually have to defeat another Hell Gladiator. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to get sent to sleep. This would be kind of disastrous for our time save.
Well, all right then.
Ring of pain. Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
They're throwing everything they got at us, which means they're just about done.
Ring of pain. Ring
Okay, nice. So we skipped the living statue spawn there. That would have come out of this particular maw.
All right then.
Falcon slash. Gust slash.
That was a nasty attack. Okay, one monster survived over there, so we have to wait until it flees. Not too bad though.
That was nothing.
So that was the Maze of Scales. So now we have Maya. We have Maya in our party. And actually not in our party, but we could put her in our party, but we won't do it. I kind of like playing her, like casually, but for speedrunning she sadly has nothing to offer. Oh, I forgot something. You have to actually pick up a mission now from this mission lady. Not this one though, this one. The intensity training, because it's the only mission that is required now to advance the story.
Take care.
I will actually also re-equip Aurora. We will equip her with the socket locket, with the garter, and with the stimulating specs. Reason for this is this mission is all about tension. Like you have to build up your tension as quickly as you can in this mission, and the stimulating specs give you 30% starting tension. So I actually saved some time there. Yeah, it's high tension time now. As you can see, I've already built up tension from nothing by just starting the mission.
All you gotta do is crank your tension right up to the limit before your time runs out. If you've not maxed out your tension when the time's up, you'll have failed the trial.
Okay, so we already have our tension, and we use the attack. That will make the Gregor talk again, and after he is done talking, the real
Looking at me like that for? You do know how to
the real trial enemy will appear, and in the meantime we'll just build up tension like this.
combos. Obviously, the more monsters you whack, the quicker your tension will build up. In other words, get out there and swing that sword till steam comes out your ears. Right, that's the hard part over with. Try unleashing a coup de grace and see what happens. Had a bit more bite than usual, eh? Right, time to try out your new powers on something bigger.
So we already have our tension almost full again,
Pretty much impervious to anything but coup de grace.
which is not intended by the game, obviously, but sorry.
Alright, all done.
Okay, so the rest of the time Greg was talking, we will try to pick up items. I won't reach those. So that was the intensity training. Which will spice up the damage of our tension attacks. And now we will begin the actual trial. This is also a fight where we can easily lose time, or let's say we can try to save time. We can try to save time now, because this dragon, he has he has a move, so we will bait out an attack. Then we'll just pick up this item here, which gives us full tension. And now we will try to freeze him. Okay, it didn't work with the freeze. I just used my tension attack now to stun lock him. This will probably not be enough to skip both of his invincibility phases.
Show me more. Reveal to me the strength of your will, your desire.
Nah, it doesn't. It was not enough.
Don't mind if I do. You can pick holes all you like.
So,
Pass this trial.
but we skip at least one of these phases. He does this at like 70% HP and one time at like 30% HP. And I pretty much guarantee to
You'll never grind me down.
Your determination is admirable. But resolve alone
we skip one of his phases over there.
will be your true strength.
Please snap out of it, will you? Do you really not recognize me? Great. I mean, I know we squabble, but I never thought it'd come to this. Feel him. He's in terrible pain. Hang in there, I'll save you. Almost there. You'll be safe soon. I'll save you if it's the last thing.
Okay, so we defeated this evil avatar, and now Lucius is free again. See him right over there. And we re-equip Aurora now with her meteorite bracers. But first we need to talk to Helix, yeah, and 2 times to Isla. Right. So now the Yggdrasil tree, or the world tree, has been infected. Yggdrasil has been infected by darkness, the evil darkness. And we have to heal it with something that we get from the world tree,
They must have been lying in wait to spring their trap. Canny strategy indeed.
which is right here in Dongseong.
We can leave no stragglers to bedevil the village. Come, they must be wiped out. Everyone.
That's that lot seen to. Let's pick up the pace. Follow me.
So now we have to follow Isla here. This is a little bit annoying because Isla will actually not advance if we are too far away from her. So we have to stay nearby
Get down here and fight.
for the triggers to advance.
These are sent from above. We must do ascend high and play at their own games.
That was the worst attack again. Wow. Doesn't matter too much. So we have to defeat him with Bianca, which seems to be slow.
All right then.
That's the end of you.
But we'll actually be way slower if we have to climb all the way up with Terry, because Terry cannot really jump up this ledge. Bianca is the only one who can consistently do that.
The monsters are springing ambushes.
So I pick up this rock bomb
Left and
here.
right. I just hope the villagers are safe.
Okay.
Well, that's not inconvenient.
Got it.
You used to be able to get into the village this way. Sorry, everyone. Looks like we'll need to retrace our steps and find another way in.
They're here. Fisher.
Shrewd fiends anticipate
Okay.
our force turning back.
So long, pal.
The only other route cuts straight through a swamp. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but it's not like we've got much choice, eh? Okay, everybody, let's go. From here on out, things are going to get a wee bit.
So I try to charge up all the tension bars of all three characters here.
Ugh. Traipsing through sludge is not my idea of a good time. Oh well, at least there aren't any monsters to make matters worse.
Well, all right then.
You're mine. Falcon slash.
Oh, me and my big mouth.
Ring of pain. Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. Now let's get out of this awful, awful mud.
Seconded. Let's get out of here.
Well, all right then.
Okay, so only Terry left. But he will get his tension up, no problem.
So, what's with all the gates exactly?
They're to keep outsiders from entering the village. It's strictly forbidden, you know.
I have to take care to not to go too far ahead of Isla,
Wait a second.
or else she will
Oh,
not
like
move
this.
forward anymore.
Yes. But, don't worry. I'll take care of everything.
Ow. That was a nasty kitty attack.
And that means he's the last thing between us and the village. Let's wallop him and get in there.
Next.
Sterling work, friends. Come onward. Nothing.
Okay, now we'll activate all three tensions of the characters
Not far now.
while the dialogue is still going on.
Well, all right then.
Take care not to go too far ahead of her. Now there's this final room here, or this final area, and we will use all three of these tension attacks to instantly take out this sorcerer, or tactical wizard, I think it's called. One tension attack is not enough, so we need at least two to hit him.
This ends right.
And we also try to hit a few of these other monsters with the attacks.
Giga slash. Oh, look at them all. And just when I thought we were all done.
Now you see the kitty attack. Whoa!
Good boy.
They must have anticipated our movements. For monsters, their strategic foresight is uncanny.
Okay, that's all.
Phew, all done. Thank goodness. All right, everyone, follow me.
Okay, take as many items as I can.
That's the way to do it. Keep it up.
So Dongseong is actually the home of Isla, but she left it like many years ago. And now Dongseong is invaded by monsters. So we have to do something about this.
Boy, enemy blast shots at fragile barricade.
The cheap knockoff, it's not lacking in the punch department. The barricade won't last long.
So we will take this plasma dome attack to knock the Hellcaster out. So otherwise you would just deal a ton of damage to the barricade. Liquid metal slime. I simply do not care about this one. There's no love for metal slimes in this run, sorry. So now again a few fixed spawns of Maw-keepers in a very specific order. And he actually fell down there, that's something new. I've never seen that before. The next one will actually spawn over there, so we will prepare a plasma dome. And despite there's a Maw-keeper spawn over there, we will just wait here until this one has spawned.
If we don't do something about it, it's goodbye barricade.
So now the Hellcaster, I don't even care about it anymore because deals a bit of damage now. But it won't be enough to defeat the barricade. So, next one up left. Just have to wait now, it's on the timer. So this is the last Smoke Keeper here.
Alright then.
Whoa. Oh, I actually killed the the liquid metal slime.
A formidable adversary, to be sure. But fear not, for I have devised a foolproof strategy. First, we...
Blah, 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 blah. Not listening. We don't need your strategy. We need to shut up and wallop it.
Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
Okay, blah blah blah. Exactly.
Told you I'd have him.
Alright, so the next mission is the first mission where we have to save a bunch of villages from monsters. Dongseong has been evacuated by this point, but there are still 2 citizens left, which we need to rescue. The first part is pretty straightforward. We just run towards the granny here as fast as we can to initiate the long dialogue.
Thank goodness. You made it just in the nick of time. Ivor Hen, is that you?
Then we head to the priestess. In the meantime, there was some more people that will spawn over here. We'll just take him out with the Rains of Pain. And another more keeper down there.
Oh, praise be to the goddess. Eiley?
And after these small keepers are gone, the 2 villagers will actually start moving towards the safe spot.
By the way, your friends here, they're not outsiders, are they?
So now I've developed a certain strategy
I know what I'm doing.
to save some time.
Now's our chance. Quickly, come on.
So I have to
Come in.
charge up tension again.
Now's our chance. Quickly, come on. Coming.
We made it! Thank the goddess! And thank you, Ariel pal. Phew! We made it! And in one piece too! Or thereabouts.
All goes as planned. Now we may protect the villagers while fending off the marauders.
This is not part of the strategy.
Huh. Who knew your plans weren't just an excuse to flap your lips?
We will now activate tension and use the tension attack to instantly take out these 2 more keepers that will prevent spawning one of these lion enemies, like the Marquis de Leon.
They're safer than they were, but we're not out of the woods yet. Keep your wits about you.
You heard her, friends. We must fight tooth and nail until the villagers are safe.
And now this is the last spawn. Fortunately, we cannot prevent this one to spawn,
This looks like the last.
but we can take him down pretty quickly too.
Let's wrap this up.
1-0 to us.
Okay, that was good.
Piece of cake.
Who doesn't like Terry, aka Mr. Badass? Whoops. Okay. So next boss fight coming up. It's a pair of Demon of Arms. Oh yeah. I cannot really do much about that.
Those awful contraptions. How dare they bring them here? Is nothing
That attack is the worst thing I can do, actually.
And they're pointed straight at the tree of life.
I can't really attack him while he's in this state. I will just get blown away.
How did this fella get so bleeding handy with 4 arms? I have enough trouble with 2.
It's pretty rare that he does this specific attack, especially as his opening attack. It's just unfortunate. So now we will activate Tension.
More sword arms too. Let's take
Now we'll stun him by using the lightning attack. That should give us enough time to kill him. But doesn't know Giga Slash. But he knows Lightning Storm instead. Is that nothing?
That was nothing.
Okay, it's nothing. Fine. Whoa. That was not correct. And this is for some reason the only mission where the mission marker does not automatically advance to the next area. So sometimes I just mash through it and get surprised. So now we are back at Yggdrasil.
Now this is what I call a welcoming committee. I'm almost touched.
So now the enemies start getting a little bit more annoying. For example, these lethal armors who don't have like tons of HP, but you can't hit him. You can't hit them when they have their shields up. I'm too far away here. Now these Maw-keepers also have a high dodge rate, so they can actually dodge the entire Rain of Pain.
It's got monster handiwork written all over it. Getting rid of them might get rid of the gate too.
Only way to find out is to belabor each and every single one.
Now they should start running now.
Right behind you. At this rate, we'll be finished here in no time.
Damn it. Yeah, these troll bosses are annoying as well. They can stomp on the ground and stun me for a few seconds.
Don't fret, kid. When the gun gets tough, Genghis.
It seems you could do with some help.
So that's Psaro. This is the only time you will see him.
Oh, here to help, are ya? Lovely.
Okay, we need to defeat this Tyrannosaurus too. Ah, we were stunned again, but I stunned him as well, so not too bad. Ah, he froze me, but not too bad either. So for some reason, Bianca is like the only character that can jump high enough to reach all those ledges the first try. You can do it with other characters as well, but it's very inconsistent. That was not nice. Okay, she was not frozen at least.
Just don't blow any holes in the world drill.
I have to defeat this troll boss and this Marquis de Leon.
The gate to the crown stands open.
Come on, we have to hurry.
Alright, so that was the Benighted Branches. Now we actually reached Yggdrasil to give the Water of Life or something, I don't even know how this is exactly called, to heal Yggdrasil from the darkness infection. Well, of course, our main villain Velasco is trying to prevent that, and he is throwing another boss at us, which we have to defeat first. This is introducing the Barbatos. It's also a very annoying enemy. You can also do a couple of very annoying attacks like this one. That was the roar. Okay, I actually did enough damage to him to trigger his first Mawkeeper spawn. Spawns a Mawkeeper and then he gets stunned by that. So it was so exhausting that he gets stunned by the Mawkeeper spawn. Summoning.
More of them? 1, 2, 100? It's all the same to me.
Usually I try to avoid this attack, but
You asked for it.
one of my attacks I was not pointing at the right direction, so we have to watch this lightning storm here. So now we have cured Yggdrasil, but our main villain has escaped. So now we have to enter this volcano here, which is the final stretch of the game. It's called The Fault.
Don't worry, I ain't about to let you down.
And this is actually a very interesting mission. When I was doing a run, I was very surprised when I accidentally saved an entire minute by executing a certain strat, which I often cannot replicate 100%. So this is another protection mission for Helix, actually. Helix is all the way back there, and he gets attacked by monsters, so I just put this Demon of Arms to his aid. So I try to defeat this Mawkeeper as quickly as I can. That was actually not that fast, but I will still try to make this happen. Oh no! That is a bad attack, dude. Alright, okay, that was really bad. So this Demon of Arms is a little bit too close for my taste. But I still try to ignore him as good to all of my abilities here. We try to take out these Maw Keepers as quickly as we can. Oh, we also killed him. So this is the Cure Slime King. So that should be enough. They should start running now. If not, we still have to defeat a few more here. Well, the dialogue has to end first, but... Yes, okay, that was good. Apart from that ice attack, which was really unfortunate, but...
Can't beat a bit of teamwork.
Okay, so the next mission is running the gauntlet. This is just a bunch of boss fights in a row. We will fight another lion, Marquis de Leon, and another Grim Golem, and a Model G0.
I knew it was in for a nasty surprise, and they don't come much nastier than him.
Big or small, they all slice the same. Quit whining and start chopping.
Okay, we skipped... Yeah. Yes, we skipped a little bit of dialogue there. Now we have to defeat the Grim Golem again, like we did in the real boss fight. We have to wait until he is stunned, right now. And now we have... Oh, please. What? Why is he frozen? That's not good. Ah. Okay, it still works. That was a bit annoying, because you only have 3 tries to push him into the lava, and if there's something in the way, like another enemy, or even these vases can be in the way and prevent him from falling into the lava, then he will replenish back to full health, and you have to start over.
I've had more challenging manicures.
Okay, now we have the overkilling machine. No, it's actually the überkilling machine, sorry. This is the Model G0, very annoying enemy, but this one actually doesn't have that much health. It's also one of those enemies who can do these spinning attacks, which goes for like 8 seconds or so. And you cannot go near him during that time, unless you have tension mode enabled, of course, because then you are completely immune to any damage.
That was nothing.
Okay, so next mission is a clearing, monster clearing mission again. The race to the crater. This time we actually have to do a little bit of jumping, a little bit of platforming actually, to reach the Maw Keepers here. Immediately switch to Bianca and we try to hop over here and try to not get knocked down by these enemies here, which can happen. And we try to defeat this Maw Keeper from a distance. That one missed. That one missed as well. Now we jump back and go the other way around, because there's another Maw Keeper right here. Okay, and now we switch to Terry to take care of all of these other monsters here. They disabled my abilities, that was not nice.
Such multitudes of creatures, all under Velasco's command. Does his black power know no bounds?
Which is why we have to
Okay.
fight. The fate of the world depends on it.
Now I will just leave these monsters where they are. Just head to the Maw Keeper. Oh. And they clumped themselves together, this is really good. Okay, now it is just, again, a monster threshold. I have to defeat a certain amount of monsters here. But as you know, walls do not exist for Bianca, so she can just... Okay, that's it. I'll actually activate Tension with him to reach the X a little bit faster. Rain of Pain. Pain of Rain.
That was nothing.
Best attack ever. Okay, so now we actually have our main villain. Well, the main villain of the story, at least, at this point. Velasco. He's invincible at this point, so it has no purpose of hitting him.
Damn, this guy's untouchable.
So I do what I always do when I have nothing else to I just charge up my Tension.
Do not waste your energy, worms. Your blows cannot hope to touch one such as I. Kneel. Accept the utter futility of your plight.
I do they have? I'll have like Russian accents. The same accent as Alina has.
No, this is still not enough. Let's make this even more interesting.
Very interesting.
Another fiend falls to our pummelings. He's almost
Ah, she actually killed Aurora? Are you kidding me? Okay. All right.
Excitement at defeating but one.
I guess yeah, she was hit by his death spell then.
But you have yet to even begin to test me.
Yes, we're all very impressed. Now shut up and watch us wallop this other one. Alright. Ha! There's nothing we can't do with the force of friendship on our side.
Your enemy scepter imbues someone with great potency. Aggress him with care.
Here goes nothing. I don't care how tough you think you are. You're going down whether you like it or not.
I, the power of light, shall conquer the night and scatter your deranged plans to the winds.
Ah, she teleported away. I should still hit him here.
You asked for it. Lightning storm.
Yes.
Deranged. The depths of your idiocy never cease to astonish.
Alright, Velasco's defeated. But he has still unleashed the power of Shadroth, the Lord of the Night, who is now approaching our beautiful world, and we have to stop him. But first we have to escape from here. We can ignore all of these monsters. All we have to care about is reaching the stone cloud. So this is a new type of enemy. These are called obstructions.
Great, they're behind us too. Just what we need.
Cold Fisher! Can't they see we're in a hurry? Let's make short work of them and keep moving.
Now we'll switch to Bianca, because again she's the only character who can easily jump up these big steps. Here.
I will kick rocks to smithereens.
These platforms.
There are too many of them. Our only chance is to keep moving.
She's not too good at clearing these obstructions fast. That's the kind of price you have to pay. But it's better than running all the way around with
Tremors increasing
Terry.
in violence.
Yeah, these rocks fall randomly.
Either we get a move on.
Can't really
or we
predict
go down
those.
with the island. The tremors are so strong. The island feels like it could fall apart at any moment.
Yeah, we have to dodge this Tyrannosaurus.
We need to get back to the stone cloud sharpish.
Which character is this?
Onward! One last charge, friends. One final burst of speed.
Okay. I still want to know what character this is. Oh, it's he's tanking way too much damage there. Okay. That's all we have to do to get back to this point.
Can't beat a bit of teamwork.
So now we have to defeat the King Hydra.
All right then.
Again, a job for Terry, but this time you will need a little bit of help, because even Terry cannot really melt him down that fast.
Think. There must be a way to defeat it. Some means we have yet to discover.
Yeah,
actually make it off this horrible island before it goes under.
Still no enemy spawns, okay. Okay, I will actually take this, do this attack then.
Lightning storm.
So good, eh? I reckon there must be something else.
Gust slash. Gust slash. Gust slash.
It's raining rocks and rock bombs.
Okay, now we will use this thing. We will swallow it. And we'll take a ton of damage from it. What? Get up on the Hydra back? If only I could. But that was Kingdom Hearts too. When I remember correctly. Where you can get on the Hydra's back in the boss fight.
I'll handle this.
So...
Well, all right then. Falcon slash. Gust slash. Gust slash.
Has no one in this castle heard of a duster? I'll be combing this stuff out of my hair for weeks.
If it's post-dust hair repair you're after, I've a potion back at the workshop that works wonders.
All right then.
Are, is there anything you don't dabble in? So, what's the secret formula?
Well, since you asked. First, I boil down the nails of a 3-week-old cadaver.
All right, back to monster bashing, everybody. This castle won't clean itself out.
Here goes nothing.
So I'll activate engine here and try to take out these monsters here as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Coming back here reminds me of that day. I think I'm getting deja vu.
Back then,
I
we
can
really
still
didn't know
collect a
anything,
few
did we?
items.
Not about our world, or even ourselves.
Indeed. But now we know all, including what we must do to save our realm.
Yeah, so now story-wise, Shadroth has now emerged from the seas or whatever, and he is heading towards Arba, which is this town here, or the capital city of this world. And now we have to clean the castle. This was the castle basement. Now we have to clean the castle's main floor from monsters, so we can then evacuate all the citizens inside of the castle, so that they stay safe while the fight with Shadroth is going on.
All right then.
First we have the Tyrannosaurus here.
Feels like only yesterday you floated on this very spot, twiddling yourself.
Behind you.
Eee.
Back up.
Ouch. I mistimed that a little bit. We'll actually leave these monsters alive for now. We have to defeat every single one. But first we should take care of the Maw Keepers, so that not more monsters are spawning. Damn it, there's still a monster remaining. Okay, so now we will clean all the way here back to the castle gates. Or the cellar gates. And these zombies have way too much HP. Also these heal slimes, very annoying. Very annoying enemies. But not as annoying as these zombies. They have like, I don't know, 1200 HP or so. I didn't want to pick up those. So Barbatars are now regular enemies that we can encounter. Pretty strong enemies, huge HP values, and very annoying attacks. We want to save our tension. Because now there's another Maw Keeper spawning here. Now we will get up these stairs here and defeat this Maw Keeper, and then we will activate our tension to make our way to the next Maw Keeper and be a lot faster. We'll also activate our tension attack here. Because we can skip another Hell Gladiator spawn. Not Hell Gladiator, it's a Demon of Arms. Or Demon of Arms. I spawned anyways. Okay, I was a little bit too slow there. Not too bad, it's just like 10 seconds.
So long, pal.
So now this last guy is a troll boss. Or boss troll.
Falcon slash. Just
I don't need this monster medal ever.
Alright.
Whoa.
Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
And that's it. Alright, next mission. We again have to
Teamwork.
save a total of 4 citizens who are lost, who have not been rescued yet. And this is also the longest mission in the game. Takes about 15 minutes. The first citizen we have to rescue is again a granny who is fighting the skeletons with her frying pan.
stand back. I'll handle this.
And we will ignore all these enemies here and just straight up head towards her.
Somebody help!
Do mine ears deceive? Or are these the plaintive cries of a damsel in distress?
Position!
Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
Got it.
Madam, are you hurt? Let us escort you to the safety of the castle.
Alright.
To rescue me. Bless you, my dears. Bless you.
So I cannot really speed her up, unfortunately. She's just running at her own pace, but again, I have to stay near her, otherwise she will not advance forward.
Well, all right then.
Falcon slash. Just slash.
This introduces a new type of enemy, the Musafers. These are empowered versions of the Barbatos. Pick up the medals because we actually need those in the next mission.
Alright.
Ring of pain. Ring of pain.
Okay, so now she reaches the spot here, she is rescued.
Come with me if you were to turn down.
Somebody get me out of here. I can't believe
Now we have to rescue the thug out of his prison cell because the prison sentry, whatever, has just ran off without letting him out.
Well, all right then.
Kill this super killing machine. Where is it? Okay.
Implementing
to stretch me legs. Right, to the castle, is it? Your basic sweep will do me just fine. Cool, blimey, this geezer's got some front, me.
I think this guy's even moving even slower than the granny. So that's a bit annoying, but...
All right then.
His Mockkeeper will spawn 3 Tyrannosauruses. That was the raw attack again. Also pick up the Tyrannosaurus medals. Okay, these enemies, I don't even care about them. I just run to the next citizen.
Help! Somebody help me!
So now there's a couple of
There are monsters in front of the door and I can't
Lucifers and a Barbatos guarding this entrance here.
hold fast! They're coming to your aid! Falcon Slash! Gust Slash!
I try to defeat them without using my tension attack here. Okay, pick up Barbatos as well.
Thank you for rescuing me, but I can't go to the castle yet. My wife is still out there somewhere.
Now we charge up tension again while this dialogue's going on.
We were running from the monsters together, but we...
And then we have to escort this young man a very, very, very long way around the entire map.
Awful. Don't worry, we'll help you find her.
Because he needs to find her wife. He needs to find his wife.
Are you sure? Oh, thank you ever so much. This is the path we took. She must have taken refuge somewhere. Follow me. Falcon Slash! Gust Slash!
We wait until the dialogue is starting, then we reach this point because that's where the next Mockkeeper will spawn. Where's the genie? Oh, there's... Is the genie dead? Yeah, I think the genie's dead. Yeah, there's the genie medal. There's also Genie Sanguini, which is part of this monster group here, and you also have to defeat this genie. And sometimes it just spawns in the weirdest location. So we don't even need to kill this overkilling machine here. So we'll actually just stun him, so that the young man can get past safely. Actually, I have to take care that these gargoyles don't get their attacks off because they can create tornadoes, which can also hit the young man and charge him like really far away. So now we will unleash a barrage of helpful minions here. Oh, one of the mock keepers is already dead, okay. This is more like a bait, so that we can now use the Hellcaster here to hopefully get a ton of damage to a lot of this enemy, a barrage of enemies down there. Oh, that was completely miss. Well, that was not great, but okay, that was enough. Again, a few gargoyles here. We have to kill them, or at least make sure they don't get their tornado attacks off.
Well, all right then.
Okay, another Überkilling machine here. After that, their man should start running again.
So long, pal.
Okay, so this is the second last barrage of enemies.
There she is! Oh no, she's being attacked by monsters!
Nothing.
Thank goodness you're safe, my darling. Those monsters didn't hurt you, did they?
No, I'm fine now that you're here, Sweetkins. I knew you would come back for me. Oh, please. Can we get these two back to the castle before they make me sick?
Now we just have to escort them back to the castle as a final barrage of enemies spawning. And we will abuse our monsters here. To defeat them much quicker.
How can we ever thank you enough? We'll never forget what you've done for us today.
Alright, that was the citizen mission.
That was nothing.
So now comes the final regular mission before the boss fight. Before the final boss fight. It used to be the longest mission, but I developed a route that makes it like close to 10 minutes long. It shaves off quite a bit of time compared to the previous route. I was barely stuck in the ice there. That is not a nice attack, dude. Okay, so now we actually have to place these monsters here to guard the castle gates, otherwise the castle gates would actually not survive this. Damn it. So now we defeat all these monsters here. Then we go back. Clear all these little skeletons on the way. So there are many more keepers that will spawn at the exact same time now. It's on a global timer. They will spawn around 3 minutes 30. So about 1.5 minutes from now. I didn't want to pick up that one, but okay. No, I want Aurora, okay. Because she has the fastest movement speed right now. So I want to reach the spellcaster over there before the 3 minute 30 mark. Because I want to use it to instantly take out one of the Maw-keepers. And then run in a specific path to defeat the remaining ones. And hopefully this will be fast enough to skip the final Maw-keeper, which will spawn an orange dragon. Which even at level 99 will take some time to get defeated. Okay. So these are the nastiest Maw Keepers in the game.
Well, all right then.
I have to switch to Terry here to take them out quickly. Okay, that was a nice sleep spell. I will activate Tension just for the speed boost.
There is such number of them. Never have I seen so much numerous multitudes.
Skip the Final Tension attack.
It's one hell of a head count. But it's nothing we can't deal with, right?
The full force of friendship and a flawless strategy on our side, we shall prevail.
Falcon Slash! Gust Slash!
Okay, I'll try to dodge all of these tornadoes here. Okay. Almost. So after we defeated this Maw Keeper, the tension will be up again, so we get another speed boost. That was a nice sleeping spell again from Bianca.
Here goes nothing.
Now we take this speed boost again. Okay.
All right. Rain of pain. Rain of pain.
Okay. So this Maw Keeper we will kill with Bianca from here. Cannot even see him. But he's right below us in that gap.
All right then.
We will defeat this Tyrannosaurus on our way back.
Falcon Slash! Gust Slash! Gust Slash!
Okay, so we skipped another Mucifer spawn, I think.
Falcon Slash! Gust Slash!
Got it. Got it.
So I will use Sharon because she has her tension up.
Falcon Slash! Gust Slash!
Okay, that's everything. So this mission is on a timer as well, so now we just have to wait until the game lets us win. The game is supposed to spawn a final Mawkeeper at the end of this road. But now that every monster is defeated before it spawns at like 9 minutes. Instead, the mission should just end. So we can just collect a few more companions in the meantime. Okay, there it is.
Well, I wasn't about to give up. I've got a wedding to go to.
Alright. Final mission, everybody. I don't even know what time I'm on right now. I can't see it. But I guess we are like over the 3 hours. Over the 3 hour mark. $301.30. That's not too bad.
So this is Shadroth, Lord of the Night, a creature of pure darkness, malevolence incarnate.
So this is the final boss.
Alright.
So let me quickly find the perfect setup for this.
Got it.
No, I'm not running away anymore. I'm going to help you and make all my friends friendly again.
You have come far indeed, Helix. Very well. Come, we stand together.
All RNG minute, guys.
What solidity is this? They'll be gold and gold.
This is the power of friendship. Eventually it will defeat Shadroth. So the truth is, he is invincible, and this is on a global timer. It will... the fight will actually start at 1:40. 1:45, sorry.
I know, but we need to find a way to stop him before he reaches the castle.
Okay, so now the final fight begins.
Got it.
Finish, Shadroth. Monsters and humans will be friends again, whether you like it or not.
So this fight also has a second phase. And we want to skip the phase transition because it's like 2 minutes long.
I never dreamt I'd end up fighting him. But I'm here now, and I'll be with you till the end. Not as a mediator, but as a friend.
So now we will try to stun lock Shadroth by using the tension attack, and then build up tension back quickly with Terry. And I failed. Okay, you see my tension bar there? It hasn't been filled up. Like it has filled up to 99.9% probably. So I couldn't activate my tension. That's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. So now we can do nothing but wait for the dialogue to end. It's unfortunate because it was a pretty nice pace. But now we will lose about 2 minutes.
Even weakened, he is extraordinarily powerful. If only there was something more. Stonecloud to Isla. Is everyone alright?
It's the storm cloud. Isla here, receiving you loud and clear. Our preparations complete.
We're standing by for your orders. Just say the word and she's away.
We're cheering you on from up here too. Show that big bully who's boss.
The elves stand with you also. We pray for the end of darkness.
And now we get the cheer-ups from every single one we encountered. Every single person we encountered during this story. And that takes a long time. Alright.
We can't let them down.
Here goes nothing.
Listen well, everyone. This is our final battle, and there is but one
Fine.
strategy open to us.
Let me guess. You don't need to be a tactical genius to work this one out.
You asked for it.
So it is time when Shadroth takes the final hit.
Lightning storm.
We fight to the end for Arbor and the world.
Precisely.
And time. Sadly, we skipped the final cutscene because I disabled FMV cutscenes completely in the game settings. So, no cutscene, unfortunately. Sorry, everybody. So, that was Dragon Quest Heroes. New Game Plus for the PC. I don't even know what the time was. Can somebody type it in chat, please? I don't have the stream open. $3:07:41. Okay, that's okay. That's fine for marathon. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have fun with the rest of the marathon. Thanks for having me and having my run, and have a good day, everybody. Cheers!